Pacific salmon already have a lot to contend with on their journey back to their spawning grounds in the Pacific Northwest. Swimming thousands of kilometers, dodging fishermen and orcas, water diversions, and global warming. But after overcoming all of that, more than half of the coho salmon that return to the urban streams of Puget Sound die before they can spawn. It's a mystery that dozens of scientists have been trying to solve for decades, until now. A breakthrough paper led by a research team at the University of Washington has discovered what they're calling the smoking gun: tire dust.
We isolated the specific chemical that was killing the fish. And so we found what we think is the primary reason these coho salmon die in these creeks when it rains.
The search for the coho killer started with investigating the water quality, a multi-agency effort led by NOAA Fisheries. But it wasn't until they recreated urban stormwater runoff that they were able to recreate the same mortality rates. A killer so lethal, it takes out 40 to 90% of returning coho almost immediately after ingestion. Something called 6-PPD.
It's basically like a preservative for tires. When the sun heats low-level pollutants, it creates ozone, and that can break apart the bonds in a tire. 6-PPD protects tires from this ozone, and it exists in every single tire, in every single vehicle, on every single road, washing into the creeks and rivers every time it rains.
Across the border, one that salmon are oblivious to, this new research has been a wow moment for some salmon conservationists here in BC.
We're getting dead coho salmon who have not had the opportunity to put their eggs into the gravel.
The solution might not be as straightforward. It would be almost impossible to build a treatment system to eliminate 6-PPD from every road. And while the U.S. Tire Manufacturers Association issued a statement saying they are committed to collaborating with researchers, can we really change every tire on the road for the sake of one particular type of salmon?
Even if this is a major source of mortality in coho salmon, we should not rest on our laurels because we know there are other threats.
In the end, we really need transformative solutions, figuring out things like how to get less cars on the road and better management of our watersheds in general.
Yeah, to trace this back to the rubber hitting the road, that's pretty remarkable. And you were at the creek itself today.
That's right. I was just up at Maplewood Creek with the Pacific Stream Keepers Federation, and we actually found this large female coho salmon who was full of eggs. And it was kind of sad to see, how far she journeyed, and she didn't quite make it to actually get to lay them. So now we have a solution, and we can move forward on that. So I'll make sure to keep everyone posted.
Okay, well, fascinating stuff. Thanks so much, Johanna.
You're welcome.